And good evening. We find ourselves at the storied racetrack of Monza without the chicane and the Porsche GT3 with DRS available for all the drivers, and this being a high-speed track should actually be beneficial for the drivers. We have a long straight here that we're showing newbie going down, heading into Ascari. Get this one right and you can get a good head of steam down this straightaway, going into Parabolica. And that leads you out onto pit straight. And you'll notice DRS is red, so he's got DRS on. Going purple. Not sure if we are in qualifying here. We only have 4 cars on track. Alright, we'll do away with the tunage and bring on the car noises. There we go. So this week we have newbie Jim Shady, Rio, Forfan in the pits, Ramon, Ron Burgundy, SBN Racing. Here we go. Old School, Don P, and Rotten Kraut. Pretty good lobby here today. Good full race, pretty much. And my keyboard, I think I might have to get a different one. If I can find out what I did with it. Oh. Oops, sorry. Let me see, I can... There you go. Enjoy Riot there for a little bit. And Riot is in the pits too, so we must be getting ready to do qualifying here. All right, there we go. We've got a keyboard back up and running. So everybody decided to have a penalty coming out of the pits for lap 1 of qualifying. At least they'll get rid of the penalty before they actually start the race or start the lap. And it's in an advantageous position to not ruin your next lap. So we've got Forfan out front, leading the pack in qualifying here. Glad to see Castro in the comment chat area. Sad to see that he's not on the racetrack. Hopefully he'll get back home and able to race soon. So we have Forfan here in Curve de Grande, heading down into the Variante de la Rogera. I don't know. The chicane. And here we go. Lesmos. Snafu has decided to make a pass on Forfan, or Forfan let him go as they head towards Ascari. Ron Burgundy following these two. We'll go back up to Snafu to see where he clocks in for the first flying lap. I'm assuming everybody's second lap will probably be their best, because this will be the first of the hot laps. Your tires will have a good bit of heat in them. There we go, Snafu on top. Ron Burgundy has come in second. Snafu, or SB Racing, is taking the pole, provisional pole. There they go past the real chicane there. Curve Grande is turn 1 now. So SB Racing is getting a good draft off of Rio, but it's going to get held up here in the Lesmo curves. A little squirrely there, but hanging on. And Rio holding his own on this qualifying lap 3. So let's see here. Oh, and Rio touches gravel and spins. So let's see. We've got SB Racing a 137.2, J-Mac a 137.8, Snafu a 137.9, and he jumps up to a 137.6. SB is in the pit. Ron Burgundy has third. J-Mac jumped up to second. Old School 6. Jim Shady's here in 5th, starting another flyer. Rio's in the pits. Rotten Kraut still out there. 138. Don P. 140. Forfan 140.2. He's dropped down to last. Oh, Don P is ghosted and bopping through there. SB Racing still out on the pole. J Max still in second. Newbie in third. Snafu in fourth. Ron fifth. Jim Shady sixth. Old School in seventh. Rotten Crowd eighth. Rio ninth. Scary curves are not kind to him today. Rio is giving a nice tow to somebody. Don P. Let's see if he can move off that last place. As he comes across the line. Not an improvement that time. SB's got a wafer thin pole position. Now he's got a 1 second penalty, so there goes this lap. Maybe he'll get a bite at the apple for the next lap. Newbie here in third. He's going through the back straight here. Oh no, this is a front. And got that all wrong. That's my fault for showing him on screen. Looks like we have several people in the pits. SB still in the front. J-Mac is in second. And he's into the pits. Newbie. This is not going to be his lap for sure. Snafu. It's weird watching him go through there without braking and then trying to make that curve. Hanging it on the outside of Curve Grande. And Ron here in fifth. So where are we at here? Alright, so let's get on board with Newbie heading straight into Curve de Grande. Hugging that inside line. Brake about, there we go, 150. Apex. Keep it out of the gravel. We are braking for Lesmos 1 and 2. Break at that tree. Cut the inside. Let it go a little wide. Keep it straight here. Bends to the left. Curve da Sorgilio. My Italian is horrible. Escari curves. Gone purple. Flip it. Oh, he's really pushed. Shift in the middle to kind of keep the power out of it. And heading towards Parabolica. Come to the inside. That light pole there that you saw for a brief moment is your acceleration point. Pinch it off. And comes up to take pole position. And he took it right as time ran out, so Newbie steals the pole from SB Racing. So I think that's it. See, Old Schools. Yep. He's done as well. So we got qualifying done here. So why don't we take this time and hold on. Okay, we can see here. Newbie on the pole, SB second, J Mac third, Snafu fourth, Ron Burgundy fifth, Jim Shady sixth, Old School seventh, Fan in eighth, Rotten Crowd ninth, Rio Tacos in 10th, Don P in 11th. But not a whole lot of time between each of these drivers. Just looks like 2 or 3 seconds but from pole to the last. And with DRS and Slipstream, this could be an interesting battle for the lead. And probably some good battles up and down the track. So there it is, Newbie of 136.9. And Don P's of 139.1. So yeah, that's pretty tight. Pretty tight. So why don't we take a look here at the standings. Sorry about that. J Mac is in first, Matt in second, Snafu Ramon third, Yellow switches fourth, not Jim Shady fifth, Fan is in 6th, Ricky B 7th, Don P 8th, Castro in 9th, but he hasn't been here for 2 races. Ray 10th, Rotten Crowd 11th, and El Chivo in 12th. So some of those aren't here. Rotten should move up. And not sure who Matt is, but can I change the... No, I cannot. Alright, so we are waiting for the race to get started. May as well take a look at the racetrack here. As you can see, the start finish, and that number 1 that is not being used, this track, Curve de Grande, is our turn 1. Turn 3 is the complex of left-right. 4-5 is Curve de Lesmo. 6 is just a little bend in the straight, and I'm not going to pronounce that. Okay, it looks like our final is getting ready to start. So let's get back to that and ditch the music and get back to race sounds. Get in spectate mode. Turn on all our displays. There we go. And the horns work. Oh my. Bunny hopping as we head to the start finish. And rolling start, here we go. Everybody's bouncing down the road. Everybody's falling in line for turn 1 in Curve de Grande. And we'll probably see some moves going into the first hairpin here. Ron Burgundy's looking a little wide, but manages to keep it on. Oh, little impact. A lot of impact. Oh no, we've got several drivers hit there. And it's kind of hard to break through. Everybody is just all bunched up here. Rio Taka's 4 fan. Let's see, where's Rotten Crowd? There he is. He should not have any trouble catching back up and getting everybody back to the main pack. Newbie's got a little bit of a lead on SB Racing Snafu. This 4 fan seems to be in the thick of some stuff. Uh-oh, somebody a little wide. 4 fan getting the toe going around Rio Tacos. Here we go into the Curve de Grande. Rio's getting a little on the grass. Little lift. Going on the inside. Is he going out braking? Oh, a little close. Don P got it a little close there. 4 fan is sticking to Rio. See if he can get a good run out of Lesmo 2. There we go. DRS is enabled. See if we can watch that back wing flip up and down as they go into the hard braking for Ascari. There it goes, back up. A little tap. A little lift, but now he's back in DRS. Rio's moved left to block, but that gives the inside line to 4 fan. See if he tries. Nope. Backing out of it. There we go. He got a good run down the front stretch. He's going to make it stick. 4 fans up to 8th place for now. Rio's right back behind him. And he's back in the slipstream. Into DRS. As they come into Curve de Grande. 4 fans getting a little distance on it. Oh, Don P's coming around Rio. Didn't see that coming. Heavy braking into this. S's here. 4 fan got it wrong. Don P's going through. Rio's going through. 4 fan dropped 2 spots. I don't think he's done here though. Oh no, Don P's a little wide. Parting the seas. Oh wow. Nice. Good awareness from all 3 of those drivers. Rio's got the inside line. 4 fan backs out. It's through Ascari. I think 4 fans are going to get a better run. Here goes the DRS. He's catching. Is he going to move? He's make the move. Is he going to try to outbrake him? He's staying on the inside. Oh, Rotten Crowd has decided to join the fun here. Let's get back to Rotten Crowd. Fan looks like he's got the inside for the Curve de Grande. Rio moves back behind him, trying to maneuver a spot. Fan, oh, he dives to the inside. Fan gives him the room. Sorry about that, a little choked. It's such a good... Oh no! Fan's got a half-second penalty for missing the track limits there. Let's see what's going on up front. And we've got Newbie and SB Racing right there together. Through a Scari, a little wide. A little messy. Wheel wide there. SB Racing with a half-second penalty. You'll serve that basically in 1 lap from now. J-Mac is right there. Snafu is sticking with him as well. See, Old School. Old School's right there on Snafu. Or no, he's right behind the 3rd and 4th. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, they're all kind of spread out. Fan and Rio are still battling. Let's get back up to the front. Newbie's still holding on to that lead. Ramon is right there, ready to take 3rd place. Old School's ready to come in after that as well. As they go through Lesmo 1 and 2. Snafu's right there. I think when SB Racing takes his penalty, that'll drop him back at least 1 position. Could leave him vulnerable for 2. He's getting ready to take his penalty. J-Mac is right there already. Going around. Snafu's going to get him too. And we've got a battle for the lead. J-Mac up into the lead. Newbies drop back to 2nd. SB Racing is right there to challenge for 2nd. He's got DRS. Is he going to make the move? He's moving to the inside to take the inside line on Curve de Grande. He backs out. He's struggling to hold it on. He did. See what happens here. Oh, a little wide. Thought Snafu might be able to make a move on it. And he did. Are they going side by side through Lesmo 2? They all make it. That's amazing. Old School's taking advantage. 3 wide down the backstretch. 3 wide is not going to work going into Ascari. Still 2 wide. A little leaning. Oh, very nice. Old School and Ramon make it through safely. No penalties. That's amazing. Looks like we got a fight for first place still. Newbie's not ready to just give up. J-Mac still holding on to that lead. Old School making a run on Ramon. Is he going to stay there? Little lift right then. Back into it. Giving him some space to get through the S's here. Safely through. Somebody's got a half-second penalty. I think it's our third place driver. Yep. SB Racing. So Snafu will keep an eye on that. See if he can make that pass at the penalty zone, which is in the next straightaway. I don't know if they'll make him serve it this lap or wait. Nope. Yep. He'll have to serve it right now. He messed that up. Let Ramon get some speed on him and get a little catch up. And here goes the brakes. And he's got the overspeed, and he's got him. So Snafu up to third. SB Racing in fourth, but he's ready to fight back. Old School's right there as well. Probably in the slipstream, all three of those. Jim Shady's hoping for them to fight, which they are. Let's get into Old School's chase cam as they... Oh, this bee's a little squirrely there as they come into the S's. All right, hitting that sausage curb on the way in. Snafu's still hunting him down as they go through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Clipping that curb. Kind of pinched it off a little. Didn't let it run wide to get the speed. SB did, and you can see what happens. Oh, second penalty for Newbie. That'll be deadly. That'll let him get right back into third place. So let's watch that. Here we go. See how much he catches. He was 2 seconds ahead, and now he's less than a second. So 1 second was a huge penalty. So second, third, fourth, and fifth are all going to be right there. Snafu's got a 1 second penalty. That's deadly for him. So that'll bring Old School up a spot. J-Mac got a healthy lead of 2 seconds. Newbie still being pursued by SB Racing. And then we've got Ramon with a 1 second penalty. SB Racing getting a little wide there. One side by side. Old School already got the pass done on Snafu. Jim Shady's 2 seconds back from him, but after he serves that 1 second penalty, he'll probably be less than a second behind. Oh, he's got a second and a half now, so Jim Shady will definitely be up into fifth place. Snafu is pushing on Old School's back bumper. There he's serving his penalty. And here comes Jim Shady. Does he have enough room to catch him? Nope, he did not. So Snafu is able to hold on to 5th place. Now he can kick it in gear and try to get back up there to the front. Let's see what's going back here. Ron Burgundy in 7th. Warfan 8th. And we got Rio Tacos in 9th. Rotten Kraut in 10th. And Don P back there in 11th with a half-second penalty. No problem there. Let's go back up front. J Mac, Newbies, caught back up in him. Not but a half a second between the two. And then less than a second between 2nd and 3rd place. Old School's up into 4th. He's got some time to make up there. Moan in 5th. He's pulled away from Jim Shady a little bit. And go back to this front pack lead fight. Got the slipstream going into Parabolica. Newbies sticking to his back bumper. SB Racing is watching. And we're, let's see, 18 minutes into this race. And I think it's a 40-minute race, so closing in on halfway point. J-Mac has lost the lead. Newbie's got it back. Went purple. Newbie, J-Mac, and SB Racing all right there. Old School's hanging back here in 4th. Ramon 5th. Jim Shady 6th. Ron Berge in 7th with 1 second penalty. Orfan in 8th. Rotten Crowd in 9th. Rio Tacos in 10th. And Don P in 11th. But he's got 9 and 10 within his sights. I see a yellow flag. Let's see. We've Ron Burgundy with the 2nd penalty. I'm not sure what the yellow was for, but we'll go back to this lead pack. SB Racing a little wide, lacking a little grip as he's deployed his DRS on the front as he's in pursuit of J-Mac. A little snaking going down the front stretch. SB's pulling on the inside of J-Mac. Side by side through Curve de Grande. They make it. SB makes the pass as we head into the S's here. Newbie, SB Racing, J-Mac, all fighting for first place. That's what we want to see. All right, let's get back up there. Newbie and J-Max going back. Fighting back for that 2nd place position, and he's got a half-second penalty. I think he got a little too much of that curb as they head down here to Ascari, and he'll serve his half-second here. Shouldn't be too much of a penalty for him. He'll drop back just a little bit, but as fast as he is, he'll be right back up there behind SB Racing. Newbie's got a little breath of fresh air up there. Got a little distance between him and 2nd place, but that'll be swallowed up pretty quick. SB is right there. J-Mac Old School is right on J-Mac's bumper now. Is he going to make a attempt here in the Curve de Grande? And he's closing in on him, but not enough. As we exit the curve here, headed towards the little S's. Is he going to make an attempt through here? J-Mac got up a little gravel. Oh no, Newbies with 1.5 second penalty in first place with a 1.1 or less than a second lead now, so he'll be giving that up. And that'll put him into clutches of J-Mac in third. And should show up here. Yep, he's in the detection zone. So let's get on board here and watch from J-Mac's position as he serves his penalty and see how close he comes to him. There he's serving it. He's slowed down. Now he's probably accelerating again. Not going to get a pass, but he's going to be right there as he comes to the inside. Accelerate at that light pole. Good run on the front stretch. Right in behind Newbie with the DRS enabled. And they're going to push their way towards the front. Little teamwork here as they head to Grande. One little push more, a little lift. There we go, lift, and he's back in it. Brake at 150. Use that curb left and right, and a little bit of left there. Stay out of the gravel. All right. Finish Lesmos here. There we go. Oh, I think Nubu's a little tentative there on that exit. Didn't want to get into the gravel and kill his time. Are they making any room on first place? Newbie got a little bit of a lead there, but J-Mac is clawing it back. Old School's got a half-second penalty that'll serve next lap. All right, so let's run through our order. SB's up front. Newbies in second. J-Mac third. Old School in fourth. Snafu is coming into the pits. Okay, so that elevates Jim Shady to fifth. Pit stop for Ramon. He's out. Orfan. So Ron Burgundy got a position too for that pit stop. It's looking like everyone might need a little dash of fuel. Orfan, he's got a lot more fuel than Ron did. So Orfan is doing a good job of fuel saving. Snafu's 1.5 second penalty. New tires. Plenty of fuel. So he's got some work to do to get caught back up. He was up there fighting for the lead. So let's get back up to the leaders. All right, we have SB Racing. Looks like he will need to pit for some fuel soon. See if he does this lap. His tires look pretty decent. I'd just stay out until you had to. Newbie and J-Mac are fighting it out here. Good battle for second and third place. Newbies going to have to pit. J-Mac, a little more fuel so he can go a little longer. Old School's going to have to pit. Jim Shady's looking pretty good there for fuel. He might be able to make it the rest of the way. Ron Burgundy's a little lower. And Forfan, it's got a good bit. So this could be a little bit of fuel savings. He could make it to the end. So he should be able to pick up a couple positions, though his tires look pretty scruffy. He's got 15 more minutes, or 14. So that should be interesting. He could make it on fuel, but maybe not tires so much. SB Racing is on racing mediums. And he's got the fastest lap of the race as he headlong into the camera. Oh, we've got Old School making a pit stop. So that will elevate Jim Shady. As he comes through, he goes up. And then Ron is going to move up as well. Old School's got the medium tires and is coming back out. So we'll check on. He comes out into a gaggle of cars there. Snafu and Forfan as they head into the Curve de Grande. Let's get into that battle. There we go. There's Forfan chasing down Snafu, but Snafu, I believe, has really good new tires, so I don't think Forfan stands a chance. Old School will get him as well because he just came out of the pits with fresh tires. So yeah, those are as fresh as a daisy. SB still out in the lead. Still in the lead. Tires look good. Oh, here he comes into the pit. He needed fuel for sure. Is he going to go ahead and take tires? May as well. 10 minutes. Probably going to put on soft tires. Let's see what happens. Let's move back into third place. Splash of fuel. Half there. That's enough. Go. And he does. He switches to the softs. Ron Burgundy's in the pits as well. There's Ron. Getting new boots. Forfan is in as well. Is he going to do another set of soft tires? So Ron's on the softs. Forfan back out on the softs as well. So let's see. Oh, Newbie, our leader, with 1 second penalty to serve. Is he going to have to serve it here? Yes. So he's going to serve his penalty. Then he will have to pit. Because definitely low on fuel. So pit. New soft tires. J-Mac back out into the lead. How's his situation look? Medium tires look good. Fuel not good. I bet he does probably 2 more laps and then he'll come in. May as well use up those medium tires and low fuel load to get some fast times in. So Newbie comes into the pits. Jim Shady's coming around. Still got a lot of fuel and good tire. Is he going to try to nose stop it? It's hard to tell. SB with a good bit of fuel and brand new tires. J-Mac back in the lead. Jim Shady in second. No pit stop. Newbie third. No pit stop so far. And SB Racing. Oh, Snafu is closing in on him. Hitting that sausage curb pretty hard. And SB Racing got him a half-second penalty for track infraction. Snafu's right there. He'll definitely take that position once he serves the penalty. Old School in 6th with a good new set of tires and plenty of fuel. Rotten Crowd up to 7th. Decent amount of fuel, not bad tires. Ron Burgundy's brand new tires and fuel, so he may be able to make up that 3 seconds. 4 fans got another half-second. Rio Taco will have to pit this lap, I'm sure. So back in 10th, and Don P back in 11th. New tires and not enough fuel from the looks of it. So let's see if our leader's going to pit this turn. Got a good distance on Jim Shady, who's got 9 minutes left. I think he's going for the one stopper. And he's got a swarm of mean cars right behind him wanting to that position. So there's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Newbie leading the pack. Ramon right there in the middle, and SB Racing at the back. He has the best tires. And Snafu jumps out as they go into Scary. A little too much curb. He gave room. He's going to come back. SB is right there. SB's making a move as he goes to the inside. J-Mac is in the pits. Snafu's struggling to find grip through Parabolica. Here they come. J-Mac is out. Let's see where he's at. Jim Shady giving a little horn. There he is. So he's still ahead of those other two. It looks like he just got fuel and did not take tires. So puts him on par with Jim Shady. But he does have the fuel advantage. I don't think he has to worry about saving any fuel. So Jim Shady's being hunted by J-Mac as they go into Ascari. How far back is 3rd? Oh, they're not far back at all. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And 6th for that matter. Ron's a little far back from that pack. 4 fans kind of spread out. Looks like everything's spread out except for those top few drivers. So let's get back up there. Jim Shady being pursued by J-Mac. DRS is enabled as they go down the front stretch into Curve de Grande. The lift, not a full lift, modulating that throttle, coming into the S's. Oh no! A little tire spin. He drops back to third, drops back to fourth. So yeah, he got his acceleration wrong, lost 2 spots. He was fighting for the lead. Looks like we got a pass going on back here, but it doesn't matter because he's got a penalty. So Newbie's got the penalty, Old School's got the position, and once he serves that penalty, Old School will be solidified into that position. So he'll jump up and get a second lead on him in no time. There it is. So Old School up to 5th for now, Newbie in 6th, but Newbie's fast. He'll be right back to the back bumper of Old School in no time. So let's check. Oh, Snafu has come into the pits and dropped down to 6th. So we got Jim Shady up in the lead. SB Racing hot on his tailpipe. J-Mac maintained 3rd place after that lazy spin. And Old School's catching up. He's got better tires. So Old School and Newbie, his tires are not as good. So I think Old School could move up to a podium with no problem here because he's got better tires than J-Mac. And Jim Shady's really low on fuel. I think he's going to have to pit in the next lap or two. He might try to make it, but he's really going to have to just breathe on that throttle. I think SB Racing's got this one in hand. So he's got plenty of fuel, good tires. And Jim Shady just now went red for the fuel. I don't think he's going to have enough. So Jim Shady's in 2nd for now. J-Mac follow him in 3rd, and Newbies in 4th. Old School's right there. Is he going to make the move? There he goes. DRS enabled. He's got 4th. But Newbie's not letting him just take it. He's going to fight back. As we go into the S's here. Good use of those sausages. Using his DRS for what little straight there was. Using all of that curve and then some. Final Lesmos. Old School's holding him off for now. Let's see what's going on up in 2nd place. Is he going to pit this turn, or if it's a 40-minute race, he's going to have to do one more lap. And I'm not sure if he's got enough, or he's going to run out right as he takes the checkered flag, because he can't just let up and let it go, because he's got a good 15 seconds left. One more lap from the looks of it. So here we go, 40 minutes. And so here we're taking the... In 7th place comes across. 8th place, Ron Burgundy. Rottenkraut getting ready to take 9th. There's 9th. We got to go back up here to the front and see what's going on. Jim Shady's still moving. J-Mac is closing in on him. Is he going to have enough fuel? As we go through Ascari, he's still got power. J-Mac is just waiting. That fuel gauge is really low. J-Mac is right there. Does he have enough to take it? There, SB takes the checkered flag. Jim Shady does have enough fuel to take second. J-Mac in third. Old School fourth. And Newbie in fifth. That was some good racing. Really good racing. And that was kind of thrilling there at the end with the fuel. I wasn't sure he was going to make it, but he did. So here's your standings. SB Racing in first with fastest lap at 1:36. Jim Shady with a thimble fuel of fuel left gets second. J-Mac third. Old School fourth. Newbie fifth. Snafu sixth. Ron Burgundy seventh. Rottenkraut eighth. Forfan in ninth. Rio 10th. And Don P in 11th. Sorry. Well, that was pretty good. That was really good. A lot of battles up towards the front and some at the back there at the beginning. And a nail biter for the finish to see if Jim Shady was going to have enough fuel, so he no-stopped it. So that's why he was languishing in the back and made it back up onto the podium. And J-Mac stayed on the podium after a spin there towards the end. But, yep, good strategy, good racing. So that does it for this week, week 3 of Signal 13 Carrera Cup. If you like, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. And it looks like they're going to show us where we're going to be. And it looks like I need to get that off. Corkscrew. That means we're going to Laguna Seca in California. That should be an interesting track for these cars. And the Corkscrew will definitely bite some people. That hard kink under the bridge heading up the, I think it's Ray Hall Straight, will catch some people out. So why don't we just hop in here? There's Forfan. Let's get in board with him here. So this is a good turn. This one coming up, this is the one that's always my bugaboo. If you hit that curb, that sausage will send you out way over there and to the right. Heavy braking zone for the Corkscrew. Here we go. slowed way down. And this was always one of my harder corners to get through. Miss that curb or it'll throw you off too. I've always loved this corner. And then you really need to get this one right to get that front straight. As we come in, bite that apex and accelerate out and up and over, down in Andretti. You brake right about where that dirt begins there. Yep. I kind of like to miss the apex at the front and get it on the second. This is a good passing zone. And this is a pretty quick one. You got to lift, kind of coast through and come on around. All right. So there we go. That's Laguna Seca for next week. Should be interesting. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.